Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are all over the world. My name is Dr. Charles Babajionigbogi. I'm a Nigerian, the National Public Relations Officer of the Society of Occupational and Environmental Health Physicians of Nigeria, SOPHON. I have my MD, my MPH, and I'm a fellow in occupational health. So it's a big honor to be here today, taking part in APHA 2021. Thanks to the organizers for finding me worthy of this presentation. So there are no relationships to disclose regarding any financial or commercial interest during this presentation for the past 12 months. So what are the main findings? Overall, prevalence of obesity among the oil and gas industry workers of the Niger Delta region of Nigeria was 49.6%. Gender showed no significant association with obesity prevalence, though female workers are more likely to develop obesity than male workers. 68.97% of the participants who had a family history of cardiovascular diseases were obese. The odds ratio of 2.86 implied a higher likelihood of obesity development with those with a positive family history of CVD, with a 95% confidence interval between 1.49 to 5.56 and a p-value of 0.001. Logistic regression findings: female workers with a family history of CVD at odds ratio of 4.10 may be more likely to develop obesity than male workers with odds ratio of 2.56, even after controlling for age. Obesity is fast becoming an occupational health challenge in the oil and gas industry. Despite oil and gas exploration activities with 90% of Nigeria's oil and gas reserve in the Niger Delta region, there were no verifiable obesity prevalence data in existence during our research work. Based on obesity health risk, current information on obesity prevalence is needed to drive occupational health policies regarding obesity. So we did a cross-sectional study of oil and gas workers of an African petrochemical and hydrocarbon company in the Niger Delta region, which was the largest oil company in that area from November to December 2017, using a structured survey data of BMI measurements and demographics collected at the workstations. So all the references we used for this research work were based on those literatures that were in existence on or before the year 2017. With ethical approval from the occupational health unit of the company, 420 workers volunteered out of the 130 permanent staff across the only 2 functioning refineries in the region as of this time. So we used EpiInfo software to determine a sample size that is highly representative of the total population. We got 218. So we further used a simple random sampling generator model to select the participants. All the 280 participants selected consented and fully participated in this research work. So in demographics, female to male ratio was 26.4% to 73.6%. Out of the age group of 29 to 30 years, 28.2% took part in this research work. Among the age group 40 to 50 years, 31.1% took part, and the larger chunk was between the age group of 51 to 61 years with 40.7%. So these are the results. 74 women took part in this research work, and 43 of them were obese, with a obesity prevalence rate of 58.1%. 208 were men, and 96 of these men were obese, giving us a percent prevalence rate for obesity at 46.6%. In total, overall, out of the 280 participants, 139 of them were obese, with an obesity prevalence rate of 49.6%. So in finding out which of these variables is a predictor for obesity, we all know that obesity is a risk factor for cardiovascular diseases, but this time around, we took a family history of CVD as a variable to know that age or gender are predictors. From this logistics regression, we found that only a family history of CVD was significant with a p-value of 0.001, odds ratio 2.86, and a 95% confidence interval between 1.49 to 5.56. So in conclusion, obesity is prevalent among the oil and gas workers of the Niger Delta region at 49.6%. The risk profile for obesity is different for males versus females, necessitating future occupational gender studies regarding CVD risk and gender equity. Female workers are more likely to develop obesity than men when stratified by age, though age and gender have no significant effect on obesity prevalence. Family history of cardiovascular diseases played a significant role in obesity prevalence, with an odds ratio of 2.86 and a p-value of 0.001. Opportunities and environment should be established in the industry for physical activities and healthy eating to prevent obesity in the workplace. So this is where I conclude my poster presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you a wonderful conference, APHA 2021, and I hope to be with you next year. These are my references, few of them, and for any contact information, these are my email address and my LinkedIn profile. Thank you once again for your rapt attention. Cheers.